1.1.4, we have another product here of brackets, but only difference here from the previous one. I was speaking of the previous one, I made a little error here. This was supposed to be 1.1.3, so let's just quickly fix that. That was supposed to be 1.1.3. Anyway, here in this product we had one of this bracket, one of that bracket, and one of that bracket, so it was pretty straightforward to multiply them. Over here I have a power of 2 here. This simply means that there are two of these brackets multiplied with this one, and I cannot multiply the 3 with this 4 because this power here is preventing me from doing so. So I need to take care of that first. So I need to know that, first of all, 3x to the power 4 in brackets raised to the power 2 means that that bracket is repeated in this way. So I can write it out as 3x to the power 4 times 3x to the power 4 and then times 4x to the power of 3. And now it sort of looks like this one over here, and I can go ahead and then apply SNE, signs, numbers, and exponents. Signs, of course, not a problem here because it's all positive, so that's taken care of. My answer will be positive. Then if I look at my numbers, I've got 3 times 3, which is 9, and 9 times 4 gives me 36. Then if I look at my powers, I only have x as a power here, so I simply need to add 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 3 is 11, so that is x to the power of 11, and that's that. 2.1, we'll be doing this question on the question paper. Consider the following algebraic expression, and the expression is 3x to the power 3 plus 7 minus 5x plus 4x to the power 2. So that's the expression there. And the first question in 2.1.1 is how many terms are in the above expression? And we know that we simply look at the plus and minus signs, we locate them, and we say, okay, that means I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 terms. So that's 4 terms. 2.1.2, write down the term with the lowest coefficient. So the term with the lowest coefficient here is, well, if we can just zoom in here, the terms with the coefficients, first of all, is this one, and that one. 7 is not a coefficient, it's a constant. So if I look at the coefficients, I have 3 as a coefficient, I've got -5 as a coefficient, and I've got 4. So if I look at it in that way, the lowest coefficient here out of 3, -5, and 4 obviously is -5, because -5 is a negative number. It is smaller than 3 or 4, and that is why my coefficient then is -5. But remember, the question is write down the term with the lowest coefficient. So the term that -5 belongs to is -5x, and that is the term with the lowest coefficient. Arrange the above expression in ascending powers of x. Remember, if you write in ascending powers of x, the constant must be written first, and we said a moment ago that the constant is 7, so I start with 7. Then ascending powers of x means I need to start with the power of x that has the smallest exponent, and that is going to be the term -5x. And then the next one would be plus 4x to the power of 2, and the last one will be 3x to the power of 3. And we can see here clearly that we've got 2, 3, and of course this was 1. So 1, 2, 3, ascending. 2.2, write down the coefficients of the following algebraic expressions. And here we have a fraction, and that means my coefficient is also a fraction, and I cannot see that 1 there is hidden away because we don't write the 1 in algebra. But I know then the 1 is there, and I know that my coefficient then is going to be 1 over 3. Please do not forget about the negative that is there. It's negative 1 over 3. Then the next one should be a bit simpler. My 2 here is a constant. It does not even feature as a coefficient at all because it's not a coefficient. The coefficient is the one that's attached to the variable, and that here is much easier to see. It is 6 over 7. So that's my coefficient. A lot of you are just rewriting, you're just taking this and you're rewriting it as your answer, and that of course is not correct. The coefficient does not have variables, it is only the number.